What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unplayable. I'm here with Jay. What's up, Jay?
What's up, Mike? How's it going?
It's going pretty good. So we just finished watching a video from Jim Cartwright, our good friend Jim, who is awesome, and he is the VP of strategy at Fantasy Flight. And basically, they had an impromptu sort of pre-recorded video to communicate with people, talk to them about the status of the product availability for Star Wars Unlimited.
Something Fantasy Flight has never done before in the history of Fantasy Flight games.
Yes. I mean, first we should just talk about that and acknowledge that, like, how crazy is it that they actually, like, pre-recorded a video with the intent of just, like, explaining what's going on to everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, there's, like, a fine line there, right? So, like, I know Flesh and Blood committed to showing actual print numbers, like how much they printed of boxes for the first so many sets. They did stop doing that eventually because it's bad for the market and bad for like speculation and all that kind of stuff. So they ended up not doing that anymore. So there's a fine line of communication, right? Like at least they're saying something. Yeah, there can definitely be too much communication, especially like if you say something with all of the unknowns. So say, like, for example, they say set 1 reprint will be here in, I don't know, July, and it's like it doesn't get here till October. Like that's worse for them if they said that.
For sure.
So yeah, at least they said something. They're giving us information.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said before, this is not something we've ever experienced from Fantasy Flight, and it's awesome to see. Like, the one thing that we've talked about over and over again on our various, content that we make is, it's better to have that communication come from, the source rather than just everybody speculating forever. And we'll get into what was actually said. So let's talk about that right now. So first thing, which is pretty wild, is that Spark of Rebellion, which was the first set of Star Wars Unlimited, the print run for that was bigger than the entire first year of Star Wars Destiny across all the Star Wars Destiny products.
Craziness. I mean,
which is nuts.
Yeah, you got to give them props. They printed the game.
They printed a lot, but people really liked it. And so it sold through within basically a month.
Yeah.
Which
crazy.
Is, I mean, it's nutty. Like everything in retrospect is like, oh, well, they should have just like known to print more, and like they should have known people would have liked it. But they did think people would like it, and that's why they printed more than they ever have for a product before. It just wasn't enough because everybody really liked it, and people are jumping on from other games. People are getting into this as their first TCG, which is really cool to see. I've seen tons of people in the local scene that sort of are that story, which is really cool.
Yeah, game is great. I mean, it speaks for itself. Like, the game is fantastic. Everybody's enjoying the game, and it's Star Wars. Even with all of the, like, what people call Star Wars fatigue or issues people have with Star Wars, there's still Star Wars fans.
There's still a magic to it, for sure.
Yeah, so, I mean, a big IP, great game, big company that has the capital to print a huge number like they did. It's doing good. Yeah.
So basically what is going to happen is that they are allocating the rest of the print run. And so, as was previously rumored, stores will be getting a small number of product specifically to run organized play. So I don't know if that is for prize support or if it's for draft or if like your store can decide, but it is cool that at least that is a thing.
How do you enforce that?
I have no idea.
I asked on Twitter and all the people that have responded to me said that their stores either doing it for prize support or doing it for drafts or doing it for sealed, etc.
That's great. Yeah.
Which is good, but there has to be those stores out there that are getting 3 to 4 boxes a month and they're listing them for $400 online.
Yeah.
Like, how do you keep that? It's a good question.
If you're a store out there, or if you are tight with your store owner, let us know in the comments what you're seeing, and all that kind of stuff. How that actually works? Because I'm also curious. I think
it's great. I think the idea that we'll still be able to go to our local store and do a draft for the next until set 2 is good.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, that's a great way too to, like, if you're new to the game and you feel like you can't get product,
it incentivizes really people hard, to go to drafts.
It does.
For sure.
Does. Yeah, like, definitely try to hit up those drafts if you can.
You pull a Vader at a draft,
you're feeling good,
and you're like, sweet, let's go.
Yeah. So this sort of allocation is going to be happening for the next few months, and then there's not going to be another. Well, so I guess first there will be a reprint of set 1, but it won't hit stores until holidays.
Well, his words were, "It will be here before holidays," and that they didn't want to commit to any kind of earlier time frame without knowing everything.
Which
right?
is good. So, I mean, it's a good hedge.
Right. So like at latest is from what I tell, based on what he's saying, is like Thanksgiving. Before Thanksgiving, it'll be here. But like if you say that and then it gets here in July, August, September,
under promise, over deliver.
You're happy, right?
Absolutely. So what that means is that there's not going to be a lot of product out there until then, though.
Yeah.
So we'll talk in a little bit about what that might mean for the prices of these cards.
Yeah.
Because it's already getting a little crazy. So,
but some good news is they saw how much was selling, and before, I guess, like whatever window they had for set 2 production closed, they were able to go to the manufacturer and say, hey, we want to increase the numbers that we're printing for set 2. So they did at least get a chance to increase how much set 2 is going to be coming to stores, which I think is really good, especially since I think usually you probably print less set 2 than you do set 1.
Yeah, that's always interesting to think about, because do you assume that more people are going to be coming into the game and be interested in the second set than the first set? Or do you like assume that more people are going to try out the first set and then there's going to be drop off?
Right.
I think in this case, it's going to be
the
where
opposite.
More people get in during set 2. So definitely good to see that they increase production there. And I would also recommend anybody who wants product for set 2, pre-order like now if you can, as soon as humanly possible. Pre-order, make sure that your store knows how many boxes or cases or whatever that you want. So any other news that we might have missed here?
I think that was pretty much it.
Okay, let's do a very short market watch type segment.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably see it happening live right now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we'll just pull a TCG player and watch the
all the just
watch the
just sold.
increase.
Yeah, for Pete's sake.
Oh yeah, crazy. There are 0 cards left.
You just stole my joke.
I know, I did.
Yeah, what cards do we want to look at? Like, what Vaders are gonna go up, right? Like,
yeah, I think
what is Vader at right now?
$100.
$100. That's gonna go up. That's gonna be $150. So buy them now.
I guess like let's talk like more high level. I think individual cards are going to be interesting to track over the next like few months. I think they're especially going to be influenced by big tournament results like we saw with Vigilance, and I think that's going to continue, especially with the sort of supply shortage.
Yeah,
and going to get even worse.
Yeah,
but
especially there's a 5K in Orlando this weekend, and if it's like something crazy happens and Cunning ends up winning, that might spike up.
100%.
Vigilance wins again. Vigilance goes up even more. Any of that kind of stuff could happen.
Totally. It'll be really interesting to follow all this stuff and see what happens. I think overall, like everything's going up until the reprint, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was going to say we have store championships coming up.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting too.
Next month. And then prices will probably go up going into store championships. Mm-hmm. Mace Windows will go down following store championships. And the actual OP versions will go up. I wonder how much those will go for. But yeah,
me too.
Right before store championships will probably be a good time to sell, because that's when everyone's going to be buying stuff to be able to compete.
True. Yeah. If you're a person who is trying to play the market, that might be a good play. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. It is going to be tough for new players to get in and compete in those store championships, which is unfortunate, but I think that's just the reality. I think what we should do, it's just me talking out loud, is like we should make some more budget content, because I think that's at least something that we can do as creators, given this information, help people have fun with the stuff that they have or with stuff that's easier to get.
Yep. So being green. That's all you got to do, coach.
Good deck.
Easy. No, there's got to be other good budget decks. I think there is a fair amount of good budget decks. I mean, even like you can replace Vaders. You can definitely replace Boba Fett's.
Yeah.
Boba Fett's can be easily replaced with some other options. And then once set 2 gets here, there's even more options. And like set 2 has like, at least if it's like set 1, it has its own kind of tribal synergies. So like the rebels and Imperials that existed in set 1. Set 2 will probably have something like that with all the underworld or bounty hunter people.
Yeah.
So you may be able to play like a set exclusive deck without needing too much from set 1. So
that would be
we'll
cool.
See.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, we just wanted to hop on and talk about all this news and our thoughts on it and everything like that. So anything else you want to add, Jay?
That's about it, Coach.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching, tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.